what you buy. Just buy something. Come back now, make way.
Oh shit, my mic wasn't on. Well, the reason why I named the stream is I've just had this really shitty feeling the past couple of days. Past like week really. And it's been probably reflecting on my gameplay more than I want it to. And attitude. Like, I mean, I'm salty normally, but I just mean the ultra negative shit that I say sometimes. You know what? Let's actually go do this. Why not?
I see meat muscles! I'm losing blood! Give me yours!
Hey, Soggy Cookie. Great name. Good scream sickle mod. Too bad I already have a legendary sickle. Good old Lacker Nukem. Helped me in the pre-sequel, and it's helping me in 2 as well. Because I am a noob. Oh, well, that's the point. You're not supposed to use it to be accurate with this style of using it anyways. I just realized I don't have a fucking class mod on. Because I took the other one off and forgot to put a new one on. Oh my god, pull the pin, no. Sorry. You gotta do this kind of stuff as Krieg. This is the Thanksgiving one. It's just called Gluttony Gulch. The Waddle Gobbler or whatever. I wouldn't call that cheap. I'd say that's pretty much one of the only ways to do it if you don't want to have an elemental gun of every type in your inventory for every single thing and be swapping all the time. That's why I like Krieg. Explosion. Fun fact, if you double shot and smack yourself in the face, it does no damage.
Get out of my head! Who makes the prettiest noise? Bar!
I wanted to try and blood explode him to death. I've done it before, but he needs to summon enough little snowmen. Get over here, buddy! Actually, yeah. No, never mind. I needed those! God damn it. I'm just gonna have to kill him. Thanks. Wrecked, kiddo. I want to see Melee Zero do that. Without just standing there with a grog nozzle going like this.
Mine, mine, mine!
If you want to get Seraph Crystals easily, just let me know. Oh wait, you're not on... You're not on PS4, that's right. Easy way to get Seraph Crystal's Blood Splode Pyro Pete. Super easy. Works in multiplayer too because the damage scaling just goes through the damage cap. If you've watched any of my streams when I do it, the damage number literally just says 0k because it doesn't even go up to 99999k anymore. I think it's a glitch with the PS4 version or something. But it's how I know I hit damage cap because it'll just say 0k above Pyro Pete and he just insta-dies. Somebody just... and he's dead. What Seraph vendor would you get the Tatler from? Isn't that from Captain Scarlet's? Or is that Torg's? I know it's not Hammerlock's. All of Hammerlock's Seraphs sucked except for the interfacer, which you can't even buy from the store because reasons.
High quality, low prices, and
They're like, this guy's too good, can't give it to him.
come back anytime.
Yeah. If the Sandhawk was easier to get all the different versions of, I'd also say that is really good. That's good on really any character. It's better on the characters with bullet velocity skills, but... or bullet speed skills, whatever you want to say. Really, if I want to kill the snowman, I just did that entire last fight just as bravado. Just letting you know. That was all just bravado. That was just like, I want to see Melee Zero do this. Really, I could have done the entire fight like that, just going into Buzzax Rampage and using the snowman to get my health back. Dang it. I don't know why I suck at doing that now.
Feel the herd. Time for a
Well,
rampage.
that's a bad start. Just smack me, dude. Thanks. Yeah, that's just why you have Maya's love toy Krieg come in. Excuse me, sir. Stop chucking shit. So I may destroy you. Skill. I'm basically Salvador right now, just without money shot. I don't know if money shot would make it much faster though, because you'd probably just kill him in the first 2 trigger pulls anyways. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nathan. Why couldn't they have made a legendary crunch class mod? Also, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but I love what the sickle class mods look like. For whatever reason, the legendary sickle does not have that same sickle skin. It has the same skin as the Psycho. Even though the torch... Or wait, no, it has the same skin as the torch. The Psycho is the one that's different. But yeah, the sickle class mod has icicle. There's popsicles on it. I was like, icicle? That's not right. Dumbass. Apparently, bandits like their popsicles. Yeah, I mean, I did pretty much everything in Neo. I might go back to it. Like to do another playthrough or something, maybe the first couple difficulties. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way to 999 in the Abyss again, just because it's gonna end up with me doing the same exact thing I did before. Wearing Tatanashi armor and 100% elemental resist, which took me a long time to get. That character has so much time on it. Like, just that one character I used for that playthrough has fucking 1,000+ hours on it. And I mean, if people ask me for help, I still help them. It's just hard to help people who are far in the Abyss. I got a conference call world drop on this exact character I'm playing right now from a random ass enemy when I was farming for chubbies in the dust. Either that, or it was like 2 to 3 weeks ago on my gauge, I found something in... I can't remember what gun it was. I think it might have even been a Herald or something, but I found a gun from one of the pots in Tiny Tina's DLC when I was going through it on my gauge in true Vault Hunter mode to get the grog nozzle. I love Krieg's. Krieg's noises when he kills someone. I was playing with my friend in lower levels earlier, so I saw that purple sniper rifle, and I was like, oh, that's good. No, not good. Also, I find it weird how they're like, some of them are animated. I'm good English-amated. But some of these ones are animated, and then other ones aren't. Like, all my Blood of the Ancients relic. Like, you see? The one I have equipped isn't, but... Oh, and now they're not, because I hovered over them. It's so bizarre. You sure it was from the Duke of Orc? And wasn't one of the big treants that the Duke of Orc may have killed? Or were you in the other area where the Duke of Orc spawns? Or, I mean, the dude can turn into him. Because there's, what the hell is his name? There's Warlord Turge that I remember the name of. And then there's the other dude in the area where the trees are. And he can kill the trees, and the trees can drop bee shields. So you might have actually just gotten it by proxy of him killing an enemy for you, or something like that. Because that's how I got one of my bee shields. Was the Warlord killed one of the trees, and then I saw it pop out of the tree as it died. That's why I always farm the trees for the bee shield. Then yeah, the trees. Did you not know that the trees have increased chance of dropping the bee shield? Specifically the elder treants, not the little stubbies, or whatever they're called. The little stubby treants. The elder treants, though, they can drop bee shields. That's where I got this OP3 one the other day. Sometimes, if you're even luckier, you can get 2 to 3, maybe even 4 bee shields at once. There's 6 treants in the area, so there's technically a possibility of... Wait, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Then there's 6, 7... There's 9 treants in that area. Counting the 2 that spawn after you fight the Duke of Orc guy to like 50% health or so. Because there's the first one when you walk into the area. There's the 2 that are next to the cliff. Then when you continue down and go to the little right hand off area, there's 1 there, and then there's another treant that's in the ground there. So there's 2. And then you continue down the path and go down to the right, and then there's the 2 bloodfruit treants, and then the 2 additional ones that spawn after you fight the orcs. So 9. Or 7. 9 or 7. I'm bad at counting and math. That's nuts. So, like, he actually dropped the bee shield as, like, a world drop.
I'm gonna swallow your throat.
One of the people who was in my stream earlier today said they got a bee shield from a shop while I was streaming. And they were, like, playing while watching. Fuck. He doesn't give second. Oh, he does give seconds. Good.
A killing tool.
Oh, cool. Does that have a Jacob's grip on it? Hold on a sec. Hold on. Oh, hold on a sec. Let's. Oh yes. So this is a Jacob shotgun with a Jacob's grip up here, and that's a Hyperion stock, and the TDR ugly ass barrel on the front. It should actually be able to kill stuff to your probable surprise. Here, let's get this little guy slagged up, and then let's just go in like this, and then just... So much damage, dude. I wish the flare existed in this game. The flare on Krieg might actually be pretty cool because of his ability to increase magazine size. Trying to figure out what that ringing sound was coming from. I think it's just a thing in my PS4 though. It's not like a loud sound, it's just like a slight sound. What? You guys are both smoking. It's easily the skeleton mages in Tiny Tina's DLC. Easily. That's not even a debatable, like, thing, I would assume. It's like, for sure, the stupid skeletons that teleport and go invisible. I thought the seers were mages, just in higher difficulties. No, they're called mages in normal mode. They're called seers in higher difficulties. In normal mode, they are called a skeleton mage. In true Vault Hunter mode, they're called a skeleton... something, and UVHM they're called skeleton seer, or yeah, skeleton seers. No, you're thinking of the sorcerer. No, in normal mode I will 100% guarantee you that it is called a skeleton mage in normal mode. If you had the PlayStation 4 version, I'd bet you a Deepa on it. I'd bet you my Deepa I'm currently using. If you go into normal mode and go to where the skeleton mages are, they are called skeleton mages. The blue teleporty guys that go invisible. Well, if you don't mind doing it, would you care to load into normal mode into Tiny Tina's DLC and just see if you have any character that has been through it in normal mode? I don't know why you'd go through it in normal mode, but if you do, oh, I see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hit me.
Go for the glory. It's rampage time.
I could have swore at one point in the game that they're called mages. Dang it, I equipped that. Like an idiot. You might be right. Oh, I see. So they are called skeleton mages at one point. Sorry, it's taking a drink. Look at that. Oh, I see. I guess I always remember them as mages because True Vault Hunter mode is where you'll first start having trouble killing them. In normal mode, they don't have that much HP, so it's not that tough to kill them. Yeah, no, they're a crossover. There are human mages and there are skeleton mages. They're just in different difficulties. Least favorite legendary gun. I don't have it in my inventory because I wouldn't be using it if I didn't like it. I don't know, that's a hard one to think of. I mean, it's easy to say the gub, but it's hard to come up with one that you have a specific reason to hate it. Dude, I bought the deluxe edition. I don't care about getting money off on that game. I'm an idiot like that. But again, I only buy a couple games a year, so it doesn't really affect me that much. I was in your stream earlier for a second, Teddy, before I came on to do this. I wasn't logged in, that's why I couldn't type a message. It was at the part where you were walking along the road and you were tossing the people off the ledge. And your daughter came in. One sec. Wait, your stream crashed, Teddy? What happened, man? Did it crash like mine crashed? Yeah, I do that sometimes, Soggy Cookie. But yeah, we got a Hornet. It has a Tor grip and bandit sight. Delightful. And we got this fucking... Who wants this? Who really wants one of those items? Garbage. Not even Axton wants that. Not even Axton wants that shit. Garbage. Throw it out of the game. You know what they should do with the community patch for PC? Either make it so these things can crit, or remove them from the game entirely. And just don't even make them drop anymore. Sorry. It's a little harsh. Nah, that thing's getting left there. E-Tech's splat guns are absolutely trash. Because they can't crit. And even if you have a TDR one, reloading it doesn't do that much damage. In fact, shotguns are the worst TDR reload damage type. You get way more damage out of pistols, SMGs, and rocket launchers if you're trying to do TDR reloads. The shotgun literally is so bad, it's not, like, it can't even deal a quarter of what a fully magged TDR pistol can. If you get a TDR pistol with all magazine bonus and are playing Axton, oh my goodness. You can hit like 50 million, 60 million just by chucking it at an enemy, without even having buffs or anything on. Sorry, I'm not trying to like take away your love from a certain type of gun. It's just, I personally don't think splat guns are very good. It's just, I don't pick them up for that reason. The only time a splat gun might be good on Krieg is if I was doing a Hellborn Krieg with like a fire splat gun. And even then, I would rather just be using a single shooting Hyperion gun, or like I have in my inventory, a quad or something like this, because that'll give you more DPS output. per ammo consumed. Because Krieg just goes through fucking ammo with that shit. That's part of the reason why I don't like using Hellborn. That, and when you're trying to fight bosses like this, Hellborn Krieg just doesn't work because you can't apply dots to the boss no matter what. Dot damage doesn't matter. We got him. There we go.
Rampage and fill the red bar! You woke the wrong dog!
Okay, yeah, I do agree on that. Splash-through blasters can actually be pretty damn good. But they're just so ammo-consuming. It's hard to make them work over a prolonged period of time. It's alright if you're just trying to kill like a couple groups of mobs and you're farming, but the ammo consumption is just so ridiculous. It's the same reason I don't like using E-Tech machine guns, even though I have them in my inventory. I have a rabid one, even. Perfect parts. And then we have, nothing again. No, that's awesome. I'm just on Fridays when I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter and stuff like that. So at least like 3 to 4 hours of my day will go to that. So I'll only have like a little bit. Each night to play because I'm also already preoccupied with 2 other people who want to play Borderlands. The fact I'm even still playing it for my stream is just because I wanted something to kill my own boredom. I think if you're talking about how it fires, my favorite type of E-Tech is a Hyperion SMG plasma caster, but for damage I prefer TDRs. Because TDRs are just so good on Krieg, because you can make your mag size so ridiculously high. And then if you're using this, and you get your elemental damage built up, you can just throw a fucking super high damage reload with like 400 bullets in the mag. Axton cries. But Axton still does more damage, so. Axton laughs at your 50 clip, your 500 ammo clip, and wages you a 50 ammo clip that does the same amount of damage. Poor shit.
The Hyperion Corporation suggests live.
Oh my god, would you stop doing that every time? Wow, oh, he grazed his snow shoulder. Fucking noob. Can't even glitch properly. But he's a god at controls. Just give me your fucking hat, dick nose. He would not give me his hat. Alright, jeweler. Have a good one. Also, sorry I didn't answer that question, Soggy Cookie. I thought it was cool. I mean, I expected the art style not to change. That's the one thing I think everyone who played the game said was a nice thing. Oh, we got a double. Ooh, we got a B. Even though it's a it's a garby. It's garby, because it's garbage. Fat pile of trash. Hi, Z little D. Swapper's launcher. Still no 5 mag TDR launcher yet. This is a rubberized. Hey look, it's a Hyperion plasma caster. Fire element. Money. I wish it would give me a 94% sham out of the chest, so I don't have to fucking farm bunker for it. I'm not farming for anything specifically outside of E-Techs. I'm looking for a corrosive E-Tech Topnia and a 5-clip TDR launcher. Like this, but with 5-clip. That's what I'm looking for more than anything. The legendaries are just a bonus. I got a Hornet so far and a Bee Shield. The Hornet will be good for Digistruct Peak. In fact, I could probably do Digistruct Peak just with the Hornet. What increases my grenade damage again? Melee attacks, right? Yeah. So, if you smack an enemy with your sickle, or something like that, you get an enemy low or you hit them with melee. Then you go up to them, and you fucking destroy them with that. I wonder how fast you could kill Saturn, because Krieg technically could get way higher grenade damage than Axton could, I think. Especially if you had a Diesel class mod with a buff to it to 11. How much would that be? It'd be 2.2, right? 2.2 per stack. So 2.2 times 100 would be 220% bonus grenade damage with 11 points into it. It's just 200% now, which is still ridiculous.
My salt.
Was that recent, or are you just saying that to say that?
What did I tell you?
Because if so, that's kind of weird out of the context.
Confusion!
You still there, Teddy? Did you leave?
A golden mallet for the meat pounding.
Oh, come on, not right now. I'm streaming. It just started a fucking Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you're streaming. Of course you want to download Monster Hunter World now, right? You wanted to play the game already, right? What is today? It's Wednesday. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense then. I wonder when it will be available to play, if it'll be like a early morning thing or a late night thing. I'd prefer if it was early morning, because then I'll just stay up. Because, I mean, the beginning of that game isn't normally too difficult. It's normally the end game that makes you cry. Not from difficulty, from trying to do it over and over again and trying to do it better, but keep getting fucked by the same RNG attack over and over and over again. Even though you're doing everything that everyone online says to do and you're doing it right, there's still something that you're not doing right, somehow. That's Monster Hunter. Because you'll watch a dude's video of him killing the boss in less than 5 minutes, where the boss didn't use the attack that keeps killing you in one shot once. And people always say, well, that's like based on your positioning and da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, I think you're giving their proximity-based AI too much credit. I think sometimes it just picks a move and just uses it, regardless of who's where.
Don't cry when I pull your lungs out through your chest.
I've been directly under him and had him do his, like, long-range jump attack in
My
place.
axe is thirsty.
That being Nervigante. I know no one cares about Monster Hunter talk right now.
Trickle of red. My axe, my beautiful. I didn't need it. Let me hear those screams.
Money. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? Is this off center to anyone? Did the train? What the fuck? You pulled up too far, bud. I sometimes forget there's even a wound class mod. I need to stop switching weapons while I'm moving. I'm gonna give myself bad carpal tunnel, worse than I already have. Something I'll never do on my streams is face cam. Most likely. I have so many health problems and I do so much like random like moving around because of it. People would think I'm insane. But it's really just because I'm in pain and I just move around to distract myself. When my back hurts, I normally just sit like straight up and like rock back and forth a little bit. Wait, why am I... No, I guess the machine isn't pulling up that far. I just always thought it was more centered. Am I crazy or not? Am I crazy or oh look, a Splaster Blaster.
What a shiny soul stabber!
Oh. Hey, look. You can reload with that. Oh my god. It's 1% better. I called it though. I got a sham. Same capacity. Mine has better rate, but more delay. 1% more absorb chance. Oh my goodness. That's something I'm not gonna sell, even though I have another copy of it. You don't just sell shams willy-nilly. That's the shit. That's the kind of shit that gets you shot in the hood. Did you get my message, man? Or did you hear me earlier? I said, I mean, I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter this weekend, which was funny that I said that, because just as I said it, Monster Hunter got queued for a download, because I guess they just barely released the pre-download time. But I'm not downloading it yet, I'm waiting until I'm done streaming. But yeah, I'm still down to play. It's just like in the mornings and stuff like that. Like when my normal stream times would be is when I'm gonna be doing Monster Hunter stuff. But if you're available at like these times, the only reason I'm streaming right now is because I had no one to chat with or do anything, and I just like to preoccupy myself with something. And just watching YouTube videos on a fucking shitty laptop doesn't really do that for me anymore. Why? Does it crash and stuff? My laptop fucking crashes quite frequently due to some power issue that it has. Or something's conflicting with the drivers, whatever. Some fucking HP pavilion.
I see meat muscles!
Computer that is supposed to be decent, but that's why you don't buy expensive laptops. You just buy cheap, shitty ones, because cheap, shitty ones will last you way longer than ones that cost hundreds of dollars. That sucks, man. It seems like this recent generation of computers is just notoriously shitty. In my family, we had this like really shitty Toshiba laptop, or at least I thought it was shitty. But that thing never crashed, never did anything, was falling apart, like pieces of it were like coming undone, the screen had dead pixels down the middle, never fucking BSOD'd. I got a brand new HP Pavilion with Windows 10 on it. It BSOD'd within 3 months, and then had a cooling fan and it had a cooling fan and battery issue, which they put a new battery and cooling fan in it, but then when I got it back, it continued to blue screen of death, and things wouldn't work right, and now it's gotten to the point where if I let it charge to 100% charge, and then it says 100% fully charged, then I let it discharge some to like 90 or 80, and I try to plug it back in, it won't charge anymore. I'll have to completely shut off the laptop and reboot it in order for it to accept being charged again. So when I charge it, I have to charge it and like eyeball it every 30 minutes to an hour, unplug it when it's at max, and then when it runs near out, when I get it to like 30% again, I normally just plug it back in. It's the only thing I can do. I've tried a lot of different fixes to fix the problem with it as well online, and none of it seems to have any significant effect on it working properly or not.
Happy to do business with a vault hunter.
Oh yeah, I'd never fuck with anything touchscreen. That's half the reason why I got this thing, is because it had no touchscreen. Touchscreen devices are absolutely obnoxious, and things that run only from Bluetooth are the same exact way in my opinion. Because even like this laptop right here, fucking brand new, Bluetooth in it doesn't work. It literally, the Bluetooth module in it like refuses to start working. And half of the time when you boot up the computer, it gives you an error that it just couldn't start it, and I've reinstalled it multiple times and done tests to see if it's working, and I've checked for malware, viruses, or anything that could cause that problem, and I just assume something to do with the connector or some shit is not seated properly or whatever. I don't know. Windows 10 infuriates me, and modern laptops infuriate me as well. Even modern PCs infuriate me because there's so many problems with them if you want to build your own. You have to know so much about building a computer before building your own computer.
Welcome, customer.
Like people say, oh yeah, just get a bunch of parts and just slap it. It's not that easy to build a computer. You need someone who actually knows how to put the parts together, because there are certain ways you need to set it up. You can't just plug cord A into cord B and just slap it in. At least as far as I know, building a computer is not that easy. I'd have to be taught, though. And yes, I'm double shooting the flacker.
I'm gonna swallow your throat, badass.
Sorry, I didn't read that earlier. Yeah, and that's what scares me about building my own PC. Like, people always say PC master race, but like, learning how to build the proper PC is honestly a fucking nightmare to me. Because then, even if you get everything together, let's say you get everything together right, and your computer actually does start and stuff, and you get it all set up right, all formatted nicely, and then what happens if something isn't working right? You have to take it back apart. There's not really much you can do besides just either troubleshoot that part or get a new entire part that fits the same place. And then hope that the drivers for the things that you've got are actually up to date and work for half of the things that you're trying to do. Because that's another big fucking problem with modern technology in general, is just drivers. It's like the drivers on my computer. My laptop right here, I have to like search through a page to get my computer to manually and properly install the fucking drivers on the computer. Because if I go to the device, like the driver details of half of the devices on my computer, it'll say device requires further installation because Windows 10 or whatever didn't install it properly. So I'll have to go through and reinstall drivers for things which I thought would have already been working properly. Like, I tried that with the Bluetooth to get it to work, but that didn't work. My computer also had an audio popping issue for a while, which I couldn't figure out a fix for, and the only thing I could figure out was to disable the other audio device that was showing up on my computer, because it said there were 2 audio devices on my computer, even though the computer advertises as Realtek B&O audio. There was another Intel audio thing that was running at the same time. And it's like, who the fuck makes these computers where there's 2 separate devices in a computer that do the same thing, that can conflict and try to take over one another while the computer is running? Like, why is that even a thing? Why doesn't Intel just make their entire own computers now? Because it's honestly fucking stupid. Everything in my computer except like 3 parts is Intel. But the operating system, like the base operating system, because it's HP, so it has all the HP fucking bloatware on it and shit. That I don't even know if it actually helps anything. I've tried to use that shit so many times to update my computer, and I sometimes wonder if it even actually works. Maybe that's why I get BSODs. I don't know. Sorry, I'm gonna go out for a smoke real quick if you guys don't mind. Talking about computers makes me stressed and sad because the age of computers that I liked is actually gone. I hate saying I miss the XP to Windows 7 days, but I didn't have a Vista, because I know all my friends who had a Vista back when that was a thing hated Vista because it didn't work right and it crashed all the time. But that's how I feel about fucking... that's how I feel about Windows 10. Whenever you try to look up something for a Windows 10 problem, there's like already 30 other problems for it. Like, the amount of just base operating system issues you run into with a Windows 10 computer is just fucking stupid. Like, I'm half contemplating getting a Mac just for doing actual stuff when it comes to videos, because I've wanted to use my computer for the longest time to get editing software and actually edit and put together decent fucking videos, or at least some edited highlights every once in a while of my streams. But I haven't had a good enough computer to one, capture gameplay, or two, have a video editing software open that I trust the computer not to crash while running, while trying to render out a fucking video, and then I try to load the computer back up again and half of the fucking shit is all corrupted. It's just a nightmare. If you ever wonder why most YouTubers now use MacBooks for that kind of stuff, it's because it's the only thing that works right. At least if something Apple has a problem, it's either hardware or an easy fix. Normally there isn't something severe that you need to constantly do to fix your Mac. And if you do, again, it's relatively easy because normally someone has had the same exact issue. I mean, you could say that about Windows as well, with like the same exact issue, but sometimes fixing the actual problem with Windows is so fucking difficult, because Windows will do everything it can to restore itself to its updated state, even when the updates are inferior to the unupdated shit. I had a Windows 7 computer that I had set to manual install updates. And this was after the Windows 10 thing had already gone by, so this was like July 2016-ish, and my Windows 7 computer, I had always put it on manual updates since I had got the freaking computer, and this Windows 7 computer was an old-ass E-machine. It wasn't good for gaming or anything. I literally just used it for chat sites and to browse the internet and stuff like that. But, that fucking computer still works. And that computer only blue screened on me once, and it blue screened because of a power supply demand issue when I had a USB octopus plugged into it with 3 things plugged into the USB octopus, which is just a fucking... it's just asking for trouble with an old USB port thing like that. Never blue screened again after I stopped using it. But the thing I was going to say is the updater, when I had set it to manual after all these years, come 2016, I had noticed that my computer randomly one day, I had got on it and it was stuck at around 50% CPU usage at all times. And it was like that for a good week of me trying to troubleshoot why it was like that, because I assumed it wasn't something that was Windows based causing my problem. But come to find out that something to do with manually updating your system was glitched, and so it had caused my updater to get stuck in a permanent state of searching for updates and trying to install them even though there was, or not install them, but download them even though there was nothing to download. And as soon as I set it to manually install and have it manually install updates, even when there was no updates to install, the CPU usage went right back down to 0. And I set it back to manual after that and it was fine. It was just one of the weirdest fucking things that I had ever had cause an issue on my computer. Because not even restarting it would fix that problem. It was only once I did that that it fixed it. I've been thinking about resetting up my area where I stream with my old computer, just because I can use that for a text chat, and I know that that thing would actually fucking work without crashing. I just can't edit videos or anything on it. It doesn't have a big enough CPU or RAM or anything on it. It can barely browse the web. It uses most of its GPU playing a 720p 60 YouTube video back. So it's an old computer. It's just worn out. Anyways, sorry about taking so long outside. I find that there's a certain cheapness with current computers that makes them inherently more unreliable, especially laptops. For whatever reason, Windows laptops are like the most unreliable, unpredictable thing in the planet. Even ones that quote-unquote work right, where everything is functioning properly, will still sometimes have power issues that cause them to BSOD. My friend's computer had that issue, who had his laptop for 7 months without it blue screening. It blue screened once, and it was due to a similar problem that mine had, which made me not feel as bad about it. Because mine didn't blue screen for like an entire month and a half. That's what's so unpredictable about it. And when it did blue screen, you want to know what I was doing? I was typing a comment on a fucking... you might not know who this YouTuber is, but I was watching a Kate Lovely Momo video where she was playing Monster Hunter World Beta with her, I think, husband now, Northern Lion, who's also another YouTuber. And I was just typing a comment, and randomly while typing the comment, I noticed my hard drive light go solid color. Like it was just constantly white. There wasn't even any like flashiness to it, like how it normally is when it's active at full capacity. And I opened up my task manager, because I always have my task manager open on my Windows computers. I opened up my task manager to find out that my hard drive was at 0 usage, even though there were programs running, and using disk usage that I could see at the top of the thing. And then my entire operating system locked up. Then it blue screened to death to a blue screen that said unexpected store exception, and then went to black screen, and then when it tried to reboot, it said boot disk not found, or boot device not found, like the operating system couldn't be found. And I have to turn the thing off manually with the power button, and then press the power button again to turn it back on, and then when it turns back on the second cycle of the power, it turns back on fine. It's so bizarre. Sorry, I was getting a little bit stressed out, so. I know everyone probably was bored and left. I just can't sit at the screen for an hour and a half. I have to like take a 5 to 10 minute break to rest my eyes so I don't get a headache. Don't worry, it's just ginger ale. It's not like a beer or caffeinated or anything, it's just ginger ale. Well, thanks, you guys.
only choices are pretzeling my inner lobes. Strength in numbers, evil shall not rule the righteous.
Oh yeah, I've had a legendary from them before.
I see meat muscles.
I just really am.
My axe is thirsty. Shut up!
Every world is mine!
Never stop the killing! Never! I can't take it! Get out, get out, get out! Let me loose!
Come on, slag him.
After you're dead, I'm burning that stupid little village to the ground!
Dang it. He wasn't close enough to get hit by it.
It's a red shower for a big fish!
Such beautiful misery. I kind of wish this area wasn't so bright. It's like blindingly bright. Bright. For your kids. Yeah, I would agree. Destiny could have been a lot better if it focused more on just the general everything of the game being fun and not just being a game with classes that has really non-changing guns. Oh, this gun does what this gun does, just slightly better, and it's an exotic. Wow, worth my time. Thanks, dude.
We are unstoppable! I serve the handsome one!
Rampage time!
Oh yeah, fuck, I put the roid shield on. I gotta be careful.
Come to me, rat sponge!
I'm going for a conference call specifically.
Never stop the killing! Never! Let me loose! A crimson mist is so nutritious!
Get Goomba, dude.
I can't wait to taste your love! I've got a huge hand!
He's the easy. I hit damage cap with just 2 enemies.
Don't cry when I pull your
I love his pitched down voice. What? Are you serious?
Get out! Get out!
This is going pretty poorly because he keeps summoning the dragons in really dumb spots. I can't hit him with the blood explosion, dude. Finally, they decided to jump up and I'm down.
Angry! I'm angry!
There we go.
I can't take it! Open your veins!
The golden mallet for the meat fountain.
That sounds pretty cool, man. I've never tried that skill on Maya. I've always avoided it. I mean, the only reason that I go for blood explosion is... Oh! Oh!
I'm losing blood. Give me yours.
Do my eyes deceive me? Is that for what I am to believe to be a tubby bone? You gotta fucking joking me. Fuck me right in the arse. Now we got this cock-sucking, smoking ass. skeleton dick after me. I don't like no smoking ass skeleton dick. I prefer non-smoking skeleton dick. Thank you very much. Oh.
Wizard things!
Excuse me, bud. He never attacks me. He always just runs by me. He's always got a place to be. Neither of those are legendaries, just based on their skin. That's not a legendary either.
Here comes the bad time!
Keep the blood pouring.
I'm gonna swallow you through. It's a bloody business, Bates!
Oh my god, it is a bloody business Bates. Krieg, please. Please, bloody business Bates me. Gun! Fuck. So well, you're gonna have to summon me some names. I need more skeletons. Oh. Why are you fighting him? Fucking smoking donger. Dicks.
My flesh is forever. This is the truth! Now to scrape your face from my fingernails!
No more Dargans, please. There's enough Dargan to go around. Literally. And around the jack we go.
I told you what would happen!
Finally.
Look at that pungent kill stick.
Dang it, I'm always unlucky. Except for the tubby bones. I'm probably only going to play for like 30 more minutes or so.
I got potions and armor. I am but a humble merchant, and these are my wares.
I can't wait to taste your lungs.
Your villainous lies shall end here. Regroup. Evil horde returns. Strength in numbers. Evil shall not fool the righteous.
I want to hear you scream! Go for the quarry! It's rampage time! More blood for my brutality! I punctured you! What a fantastic black boy I've become! Get
Bye.
killing. Never.
There we go.
What a shiny soul stabber.
That's why you always check the water. For a second, I thought that was a pearl. And I was like, wait, what? Dang, dude, I've had some really shit luck tonight with farming him. If it wasn't for the fact the warrior is a lot harder for Krieg to kill, I would be killing the warrior instead, because I always feel like I have better luck. And then you have like 10 times the chance for a world drop, just because of the amount of fucking shit he sprays all over the place. I'm just so surprised we found that Tubby Bones. That's probably the highlight of this stream, is that Tubby Bones. We haven't really got anything good besides the sham, which was like also really rare to find. But I mean, it's in the snowman chest, so you do that enough, it's bound to pop up. I've got 2 bees out of the snowman chest so far. I got one on my gauge, and then I got one on my Krieg.
Go for the gory. It's rampage time. Don't cry.
Cry when I raw. I would probably.
I told you what would happen.
See, no good damage because no slag. Summon more dudes. Do you... You are...
Open your sour veins for me.
I got a fire leech the other day, but I haven't got anything worth anything in a long time from him.
gets thirsty. Keep the blood pouring. Bloody sand! Give me back my skull!
Let's make this interesting, shall we?
Angry! I'm angry! I've got a huge hand! There's no fence on this fence!
Oh shit, sorry my mic. I forgot to unmute my mic. I think Krieg is definitely my favorite character, the one I'm playing now.
A crimson mist is sound, precious. Talking to me! Quiet! Never stop the killing! Never!
I don't understand why sometimes I get a blood explosion and other times I don't. How many of... Wait. What's the matter, Jack? You comfortable next to me?
Attuned to what would happen.
Thanks, bud. At least you tried. Oh my god. The fucking dodgers. He's a god. Come on, summon more.
Get out! Stop judging me!
Just fucking kill it, Krieg.
I'm back!
Is that enough? Oh, you dick, you avoided it.
Killing yourself!
Now I'm gonna be without Buzzax Rampage, too.
There is nothing but
Oh, I'm rising. Fuck, man. Thanks, Craigo.
Swing the axe. Drink the health. Never stop the killing. Never. I can't take it! I'm gonna...
Wow, that is just a fucking iridium pile. Wow, what the fuck? Imagine if you had money as power in this game, man. This boss would make it easy to get an early head start on it. Man, my luck has been so fucking poor tonight. I want to at least go until I get one legendary from him.
The stench of evil is thick, but we shall not falter. Regroup. Evil always returns. Get him! Grab!
God damn it, still no legendaries. Just a ton of iridium that I don't need. Do another 15 minutes of feeding shit to Blood Stallion? Whoa. I'm getting too much Krieg in me. Blood Stallion. Blood Stallion. Sounds like a weird MMO RPG like monster that you'd fight. It's like a blood like slime thing. Oh my god. Just so unlucky. A legendary front butt stallion. Oh, did you mean from Butt Stallion? Yeah, I thought so. Are you on PS4, Soggy Cookie, by any chance?
The abominations will rule this day!
Rampage time! I've got a huge hand!
Dang, dude, you're still playing Borderlands? What's playing Xbox 360 even like now? Have they done any, like, major title updates or anything like that? I can't think of the last time I saw a game advertised as coming out for PS3 or anything like that. Last thing I remember was like Persona 5.
I wanna hear you scream! I've got a huge hand!
Oh yeah, but those are all made on like fucking identical copycat engines of one another, so that's to be expected. One of the last games on PlayStation 2 was like FIFA 14, I think, in 2013. I couldn't believe how long, or 2000, no, yeah, it was 2013. I used to tell people about how there were certain game engines who could still technically be ported to PS2. The developer just didn't do it because they didn't want to. Because it would have been a waste of time and a really, really poorly optimized port. But it was still a possibility for a long time because engines that were being used for early 360 and PlayStation 3 games were the same engines that were being used for late era PlayStation 2 games.
I can't wait to taste your love.
Interesting, shall we?
What's a happa here?
Open your sour blades for me.
Oh, no, he woke up. He woke up from his eternal slumber. He will not get off of that area, no matter how I try and push him. Get over here! Come on, you dumb dragons! I fucking hate these dragons so much. They're supposed to be melee enemies, yet they will stand away from you for such an extended a period of time. Even when I'm on the ground, they'll just stand there like, huh? I'm a dragon in a video game, therefore retarded. Holy fuck, I was just standing there and his just ass is facing me. Aisle. You walk down him like an aisle, bitch. Walkway. Call me the walkway. Get me to the building. Fuck you. Well, if you ever get a PS4 or anything, then let me know. If you weren't already aware, the PS4 has this amazing thing known as a field of view slider. This is what the 360 version looks like. so good. I'll just stretch that out of it. There we go. It's really awesome that they did that, though. It may cause a little bit of performance problems sometimes, but whatever. I don't give a hoot. I ain't give no hoots. Unless they're bomb hoots. Pick it up. Alright, I'm gonna get off after this next kill. One last. I don't wanna keep streaming. When I'm this tired.
Rampage time!
I'm gonna go down.
More meat for me! I want to hear you scream!
I can't do that.
I love it when you bleed at me! Hemophilia! Get out of my head! Get out, get out, get out! I swallowed your soul!
I love that laugh. It's like I'm not gonna be able to do that. You ain't any slagged, I don't think.
Quiet!
Because if I'm not gonna be able to just get him low. I would have to take forever. Never mind, I guess I can just...
Never stop the killing! Never!
Oh shit. Well, that was a little bit overkill. Spider says no. Aw, I can already tell by the shadow that it doesn't have a practicable grip. And it's bladed. And it's no element. And it's a bandit grip. Double bandit grip, to be honest. Wait, no, that's a Jacobs. That's a well, no, sorry, Jacobs stock, but it's not a stock, it's a pistol, whatever. It's a conference call. But it's not a fire one, which is what I was looking for. At least we got a legendary. The real last one worked. I was gonna stop on the last, on the one before this one, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna take a last one. I mean, I hate to sound like an asshole, but how old are you? Because I'm sort of, like a person who smokes and stuff like that, and tends to be pretty vulgar when playing video games, so I don't want to, like, hurt a kid's feelings or anything like that. Like, normally, I'll limit the age to, like, 16. Just because I have to be a rational person about it. But yeah, feel free to add me more than anything. My PSN isn't private or anything. You can, if you can see it on the screen enough to add me, go ahead. I play with people off stream all the time. I have other people who also might play with you, but they wouldn't necessarily be me. Which, if you wanted to play with me specifically, then that would be a problem. But if you're just looking for people to play with, I can play with you, and I know other people too. Believe me, I understand. If you're, I mean, mature enough for your age, I just don't like, I don't like the kind of kid who's like constantly asking, well, I don't necessarily hate being asked questions. It's just, I think you know what I mean. Everyone gets that way because, and it's not that I don't hate dealing with people like that. In fact, I love teaching people about games. I'm just not the most, how would you say it, best attitude person, and I have bad habits, so. Well, I was going to end my stream here anyways. That was literally my last farm. So, if you want to add me, feel free to, like I said. My PSN is on the screen right there. Because as soon as you do that, I'm gonna get off my stream. Well, that's fine. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hold on. Did I get any new... I was just checking if I got any new subs. But nah. Anyways, peace out, everyone.